versus Francis Ngannou.
Why'd you have to go there, dude?
Come with me.
And is Jon Jones going to heavyweight?
I would love to see it.
And you'll be.
Yes, definitely won that fight.
Jon Jones moving up to fight the scariest heavyweight right now in the sport.
He's done. That's it. That's it. Wow.
It's a fight that, if it were to present itself, I know it would be huge for everybody involved.
It's all over! Jon Jones!
I want to see if Jon Jones can take a punch from Francis Ngannou.
Wait till you see him fight Francis. You're going to see the monster come out. You're going to see the old Jon.
People want to see Jon get beat.
Say what you want about Jon Jones. Jon Jones wins fights.
That's it. He's out. He's out.
Francis is an incredible athlete, and what he has over everybody is power.
Oh! Goes the ring! Francis Ngannou has arrived! Jon Jones has regained the throne! Ngannou! Jon Jones!
What a fight that would be.
How's it going, everyone? AZPlow21 back again with another video and another stream and another pay-per-view. This time it's UFC 258, Jon Jones versus Francis Ngannou. Already I can see a couple people. Julian, you're in here. RBM, what's up, my man? Happy to see you guys have joined. Let me just make sure some things are copacetic. I have Yakuza 0 still down as the game that I'm playing. Not sure why I can't change that right now, but I'll fix that in a second. Just give me quick second I can fix this up. As you can see, take a look at the main card here, a stacked main card here for our pay-per-view. Hope you guys are all having a great Sunday afternoon. Yes, in fact, Jon Bones Jones versus Francis Ngannou. I am very excited. Maybe it's because I have to capitalize it. WMMA. Weird. Okay. I wonder if I can change it. Which card was Faber versus Dillashaw on? Did you watch every cornerman or woman get fired last night? Get fired? What do you mean by that, Julian? If you're talking about the funny business that was going on, can I change it? Yes, I can. There we go. Alrighty. Mike Perry's girlfriend. Yeah, I knew about Mike Perry's girlfriend. I just didn't. You mentioned someone getting fired, and I didn't know what exactly you were talking about. Alright. Pay-per-view time once again. So let's get to it, why don't we? Running down the card, Carlos Condit versus Danny Roberts in the welterweight division. Paige Van Zandt taking on Mackenzie Dern in the women's flyweight division. Holly Holm taking on Marion Renault in a what should be a title eliminator in the women's bantamweight division. And then for the flyweight championship of the world, oh no, it looks like Mighty Mouse missed championship weight. He was 126. Does that mean anything? I mean, that's not championship weight for Mighty Mouse. I wonder if it's going to let him win the title if he wins. Nonetheless, our flyweight champion, Joseph Benavidez, taking on a returning legend in Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Had his 2 fights in 1 championship, then came right back. We'll see how he does. But of course, our main event, Jon Bones Jones defending, or actually, no, not defending. They're both going for the heavyweight championship of the world. Jones and NGANNOU, of course, defending his title against Blachowicz last. He was supposed to defend it against Reyes on this card, but Reyes got injured. Thus, Jones and NGANNOU going for the heavyweight title. Jones, 23 pounds lighter than NGANNOU for this fight. And Francis Ngannou on the way to this fight. Derek Lewis and then Daniel Cormier defeating him for the heavyweight championship in what was Daniel Cormier's final fight. And now defending his heavyweight title against Jon Jones. Super excited that you guys are here. All of our emails and everything else is taken care of. Let's run down the news. Don't think there's necessarily anything that is super exciting. Why is Condit on a main card? Well, he's pretty popular. That's basically the only reason why. He's pretty popular, you know, and he's still a draw in terms of this game, you know. So that kind of helps out as far as trying to bring in more fans. This is going to be our first. This is going to be our first pay-per-view with Dish Network as our pay-per-view provider in the U.S. and Canada. So hopefully that gets us a little bit more exposure. We get a little bit more money from them being our pay-per-view provider. And it doesn't look like there's really anything else to go off of here. Let me just make sure all the pay-per-view providers are set. There they are. I don't know on board. How's it going? He says, let's go NGANNOU. Let's go ahead and get started. UFC 258, Jones versus NGANNOU. Oh boy, I'm excited for this one. Taking place in Nevada, Las Vegas, fight capital of the world. Let's get this going with our first prelim. And it is in the flyweight division. Uncle Creepy, Ian McCall taking on Manel Kape. Kape, I believe, is signed to the UFC in real life, and he's going to be making his debut pretty soon. Not sure if it's on Fight Island or not. Ian McCall, 14-7-1, coming off a win over Jordan Espinosa. And Manel Kape, just his second fight in the UFC, coming off a win over Bokang Masunyane. Kape, a heavy favorite on this one. And Ian McCall gets the win via split decision. Interesting there. Ian McCall with a nice win streak going on here in the flyweight division. Poirier versus Hooker. Yes, I did. What a fight that was. I honestly thought Hooker might have won because he got a couple of takedowns that might have, you know, swayed the judges a little bit more. But Poirier definitely turned it around in the later rounds. And he might have 10-8'd him in a round, and I think he did because he definitely he won a round, I think 48-46, so he definitely got a 10-8 in at least one of those rounds. Which fight card is Faber versus Dillashaw on again? I think it's the next pay-per-view. It's not on this one, but I think it's the next pay-per-view. I'm not 100% sure though, but that is going to be a very interesting one. Alright, so Ian McCall getting the win here. Praises Kape for a tough fight. Mikhail Alexichuk taking on Eric Yaboy Anders. Alexichuk 14-5. He is coming off a loss to Yon Kutalaba. Meanwhile, Eric Anders, number 24 in the light heavyweight division, coming off a couple of impressive wins over Antonio Nogueira and Gokhan Saki. Oh, yeah, Eric Yaboy Anders, a big favorite in this one. Will Cruz rematch Dillashaw? I think Cruz already has a fight lined up. I can't remember who it's against, but we'll definitely be going through all of that when I do the booking stream in a little bit. And TKO victory for Eric Yaboy Anders in round number 1. And he's very marketable, apparently a very good talker. How's it going, Fac? You've only missed 2 prelims. Eric Anders just beat Mikhail Alexichuk. Happy that you're here. Smilin' Sam Alvey taking on Yon Kutalaba. 16-5-1 is Kutalaba, number 21 in the light heavyweight division, coming off a win over Alexichuk. Meanwhile, Alvi, the number 17 light heavyweight in the division, coming off 2 wins, impressive wins over Ed Herman and Khalil Roundtree. My guess is Alvi takes it in this one. And Kutalaba, a TKO win in round number 2 over a top 20 guy, so he'll definitely be moving up in the rankings. He's throwing a party. Who's going to party with Ion Kutalaba? All right. For a couple of former, only one, but a former title challenger in Ali Bagautinov taking on Dustin Ortiz. This, of course, in the flyweight division. A couple more people trickling in. Happy to see you guys here for UFC 258. Bagautinov, heavy favorite. I believe this is his second fight back. No, his first fight back in the UFC, coming off a loss to Zhalgas Zhumagulov. And Dustin Ortiz, number 8 flyweight in the UFC, coming off a loss to Hussier da Silva. And Bagautinov gets the win via unanimous decision over a top 10 flyweight. So I'd imagine he's definitely going to be in the top 10, top 5. What was that? Did you see the TUF will come? Yes, Adesanya and Costa are going to be the coaches. That's going to be very interesting. Going to make for a lot of really exciting, shit talk between the two of them. They both really hate each other. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like when they actually, are in each other's faces and coaching against each other. That's going to be interesting. We're going to be able to see, how well they actually coach. And I mean, I'd imagine that Adesanya is going to bring over his people from City Kickboxing, Can't wait for Izzy to kill Costa. Me too, man. Me too. I'm a big Izzy fan. Gluttony, how's it going, man? Glad you're able to make it for the stream. Andrea KGB Lee taking on Liz Carmouche in the flyweight division. Liz Carmouche, of course, the first girl to have the honor and privilege to fight Ronda Rousey for the title back in 2013, coming off the loss to Shevchenko for the title, facing off against Andrea Lee, who's coming off a win over Vanessa Porto. And Andrea KGB Lee via TKO in a fantastic fight. You love to see that. Beating Liz Carmouche. Sold herself well in this interview. KGB Lee getting it done. And another really big flyweight fight. Jessica Evil Eye taking on Joanne Calderwood. Now, both of these girls have fought for the title recently. Joanne Calderwood is, in fact, coming off that loss to Shevchenko via knockout. That was for the title. And Jessica Eye is coming off a loss to Lauren Murphy. My guess is Eye takes it. Eye, of course, in real life, coming off that loss to Cynthia Calvillo. And Jessica Evil Eye does win via unanimous decision. So Eye back in the win column. Calderwood, a couple straight losses. She's going to have to really get it going now. Will you cut Carmouche? Maybe. She's not that popular, and if she has a pretty crappy record, or maybe not cut her, I might just send her down to Invicta, because I don't really want to cut women. I want them to get a lot more experience down in Invicta, and then maybe bring them back up. All right. This is another featherweight fight. This is a featherweight semifinal. Remember, we're running a little bit of a featherweight tournament, and this is another semifinal. The winner of this fight is going to meet with Megan Anderson to determine the number 1 contender for the featherweight championship. So Felicia Spencer, 10-1, coming off 3 straight wins over Zara Ferran dos Santos, Megan Anderson, and Daria Abragamova. And then Leah Letson, 6-1, coming off win over Alexis Dufresne. My guess is Spencer takes it here. Mike Perry corner situation. I thought it was pretty weird, honestly. But, I mean, he won. So what can you really say? He found a way to win. Basically outclassed Mickey Gall the entire way through. Mickey was trying to stand up with him in the beginning. And it was funny because he actually got out-grappled by Mike Perry, who I've never really seen grapple like that. So, yeah, trilogy fight between Spencer and Anderson. In real life, Spencer should be at 135. Well, she's 5'6". So, I mean, if she were able to cut the weight, I mean, it says she's a lightweight. She can't even make 135, apparently. In game, she's only 145 to 160. So she's just destined to be a thick girl. And that's okay. We like thick girls here. Leah Letson, on the other hand, she can make 135. All right. I do think Spencer will win this, though, and she does, via guillotine in round number 2. So it is once again Spencer versus Anderson to determine the number 1 contender. All right. The Texecutioner, James Vick, taking on Carlos Diego Fajeda. A really important. Mike Perry beat Yaquinta on submission underground. Sneaky good. Yeah, that's the thing. You wouldn't think that he's a very good grappler just because of, you know, all the trash talk and like all the swinging and banging that he likes to do. You think he's just really strong? Well, Mike Perry is definitely strong, and Mickey Gall has a tendency to like tire himself out like really easily in fights. Like he couldn't even go a full round against Diego Sanchez. James Vick, 13-6. Ranked number 21, but look at that losing streak. If he loses here to Diego Fajeda, yeah, I don't know. He might get cut. Like a 6-loss losing streak, like this is his job on the line for sure. And it's not an easy fight either. Fajeda's coming off a loss to TJ Grant, but he's still heavily favored. And everyone, F's in the chat for James Vick. 13-7, now on a 6-fight losing streak. You hate to see it. And he will be out of a job come tomorrow. Is Gaethje getting cut? No. He's way too popular. The thing is with Vick, he's high-level regional, and with that loss, he's only going to go down. And I really don't care. And the thing is, if he gets a couple wins, like outside of the promotion, good for him. Get a couple more wins, and then maybe we'll bring him back in. All right, Carlos Diego Fajeda, happy to get that win. As we now are getting closer and closer to the main card. Jessica Andrade taking on Alexa Grasso in the strawweight division. Grasso, number 14 in the division, coming off a loss to Amanda Hebos, and I believe she's taking this fight on short notice. Can't remember who it was originally supposed to be against. Andrade on a 3-fight losing streak against Zhang, losing her title, and then Nama Yunus, and then Zhao Nanyan. So this is a must-win for Jessica Andrade. She's not going to get cut by any means, but she definitely needs a win back in her belt, and she does get it. Jessica Andrade beats Alexa Grasso via unanimous decision. Yes, Julian, I see that question. I already have him on my short list, and Ryan Bader is definitely going to get signed once his Bellator contract is up. All right, Andrade getting the win there, and now we are at the featured prelim. Couple of prospects. Elias Theodorou, one of the more boring fighters, admittedly, at the middleweight division, coming off a win over Gerald Meerschaert. He's taking on Edmund, the Golden Boy Shabazian, who's on a little bit of a skid, honestly. He hasn't won a fight yet in this save, but a couple of pretty tough tests, honestly, for him. Kelvin Gastelum and Omari Akhmedov. Fordovsky, how is it going? Glad that you're in here. So let's see if Shabazian can get himself a win, get him a little bit more popular. He's been going down steadily. Yikes. Because we had him hyped up pretty good. I'm doing all right, Fordovsky. I played a little bit of golf this morning. Did 18 holes. I'm still really crappy at golf. You know, it is what it is. Getting a little bit better each and every day, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm good, you know. Shabazian, the small favorite over Theodorou. And yikes. Shabazian loses. 55 seconds is all it took. Now, Shabazian's only mid-level regional. He's had a pretty good career in the UFC. It's just, he's so young, you know? Do I risk, like, I really shouldn't even keep him. Should I doubt he's going to be ranked after this. Should I cut him, you guys? And yeah, Elias getting a finish is very weird. Oh well. He's so young. We can sign him up later, you know? Fordovsky says keep him. Cut him, he's not ready. Keep him. Alright. Alright. What else do you guys think? Because I'm leaning towards cutting him. Elias gets the win. Build him up slowly. Yeah, but the thing is, I can technically build him up slowly by just sending him out and letting him get wins on the regional circuit, you know? Well, with the thing is, for Shabazian, I would just put him on the short list, and then I would just, like, cut him, essentially. Yeah, I don't know on board. That's a very good point. If I keep him, if he's really not ready for the UFC, he's just going to keep losing. Everyone, it's decided. F's in the chat for Edmund Shabazian. The kid has a bright future, but 3 straight losses. It's just not for him right now. Not ready. Everyone's paid their $65. No longer having to go through ESPN Plus, mind you. We're on Dish Network. So, Face the Pain is played. All the, pyro and ballyhoo. Everything's going on. And our first fight on the main card, the natural-born killer Carlos Condit taking on Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts. What a great nickname. Wow, he is a really big underdog. Coming off a couple straight wins over Imadaev and Ashley Reese. Carlos Condit, high-level national, still a fan favorite, coming off a win over Alberto Mina on the Choi versus Dawodu card. Also a loss to Diego Sanchez. Carlos Condit, super big favorite. All my UK boys are going for Danny Roberts. And the natural-born killer Carlos Condit beats Danny Roberts via unanimous decision. So Roberts going back to the UK with an L. Carlos Condit thanks all of his fans. And now a little bit of a show for the boys. Paige Van Zant, who is fighting in real life at UFC 251 against Amanda Hebos in what is going to be an absolute destruction for her. Her last fight on her contract as well. Taking on Mackenzie Dern. 9-1, Mackenzie Dern. Her only loss is to Amanda Hebos, coming off 2 straight wins over Ashley Evans Smith and Ji-Yeon Kim. And Paige Van Zant coming off a win over Alexis Davis and a loss to Molly McCann. That loss to Molly McCann happened on the McGregor versus Gaethje card. Do you think if Verdum loses to Gustafsson, he should retire? I don't know if he should retire. Gustafsson, he's young. Gustafsson is still young. Verdum is not. But maybe Verdum should lose. Or not should lose. Should retire. Should he lose? Big Mac Dern will lose. Yeah, I don't know. Verdum's definitely not going to get, into title contention. Not at the heavyweight division for sure. So a loss for him would probably be it. Mackenzie Dern, the slight favorite over Van Zant. And Mackenzie Dern beats Paige Van Zant via split decision. It was an average fight. Mackenzie Dern gets a little bit more popular. Van Zant's now 9-6. That's not the best record, but because of how popular she is, I'm going to keep her. I'm going to keep her around. Here's a comedic idea for women's fights. Men should be the ones strutting across. Yeah, exactly. That's what Theodoru was doing. Theodoru was a ring boy for Invicta. Alright, next on the main card, the Preacher's daughter, Holly Holm, taking on Marion Renault in the bantamweight division. Holly Holm, always seemingly one fight away from a title shot, coming off a win over Caitlin Vieira. And Marion Renault at 43 years of age. I mean, the thing is, if she wins this fight, if Renault wins this fight, she earns a title shot, but she could also just retire right after this. Coming off 2 straight wins over Bethe Correia and Macy Chiasson. So this is kind of a risky fight to even be having. I know, Renault more than likely is going to retire. I thought she would retire after her last fight, though. She says she can't see herself having more than 2 fights at the most. Holly Holm with the church rewind. Rousey would more than likely do featherweight. That would be very interesting, yeah. Holly Holm versus Marion Renault. Basically a title eliminator. And Marion Renault beats Holly Holm via unanimous decision. Wow. Improves to 12-5-1. Now let's see if she's going to fuck up the title picture. If she retires right now, we're in a little trouble. All right. F's in the chat indeed. I basically, yeah, Fordovsky, you have it right. I basically talked that one right into existence. Marion Renault retiring from the sport, despite her literally having earned a title shot. Alex K993, how's it going, my man? Glad you're joining us in the chat. Be sure to drop a follow. All right. Well, I mean, she won. She earned herself a title shot, and then she straight up retired. So good for her, I guess. Hey, thank you, Alex. Thank you a bunch. You are actually my 50th follower. Thank you a lot. Thank you, everybody. 50 followers, not the most, you know, but for someone who only had like 12 when I started doing this thing, it's awesome. Thank you, guys. All right. So we are now, yeah, I doubt she's going to be convinced at 43 years of age. Last night's card. Oh, it was a great card. Oh, yeah, for sure. I really liked the Dawkins-Allen fight. It was very entertaining. And two guys who were hungry for it. You know, Allen, a pretty good prospect. Dawkins was, I think, an LFA champion at some point. Really good fight from that one. Mighty Mouse missed weight. So he made 126, but I don't know if the game incorporates that as championship weight or not. So we'll have to see. But nonetheless, the co-main event. Oh, I don't know, on board. That's rough. Did you really unfollow and then follow again? Just you did. Wow. Well, thank you, I don't know, on board for the follow. You are now my 50th follower. And you know what you win? Co-main event up next for the Flyweight Championship of the World. Joseph Benavidez taking on Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Of course, Mighty Mouse has been in ONE FC for quite a bit, beating Wakamatsu and Danny Kingad. And, oh boy, are you guys really just unfollowing now? Just so. Oh, no, Uppo16. Thank you for the follow. My 51st follower. Thanks a bunch. And, of course, Joseph Benavidez, despite getting knocked out by Davidson Figueiredo, got the win back via TKO to win the Flyweight Championship. His first defense against Mighty Mouse Johnson. Who do you guys have? Everyone saying Mighty Mouse. Wow, that's toxic. You know it's all love. Let's get it going for the Flyweight Championship of the World. Dan Mergliotta, the referee. Round one begins. A couple counter jabs from Mighty Mouse. Benavidez is getting up there in age as well. So should he lose, I might be scared for him retiring as well. And I don't necessarily and I don't want that because he's pretty popular. So he would be very, important for us to keep a hold of. 5-round fight, of course, for a title. Imagine that, though. Doing Benavidez and Johnson for like the 4th time for the title. Benavidez and Figueiredo, of course, in real life are going to fight for the title on Fight Island. Looking forward to that. Yes, this is the 3rd edition of this fight. Ooh. Johnson on top. There will never be a strawweight title. I mean, the flyweight division almost got cut. So I doubt there'd be a strawweight, division. There's not even that many people that are that small. It would all be Asian fighters at that point, and they're not going to be able to draw in the United States. As impressive as they may be, skill-wise, they're not going to be able to draw. Quick exchange of strikes, not leading to much. Yes, well, the thing is, they're teammates. They were both at American Top Team, so somebody had to go. And Usman is going to Gaethje's gym. He's training with Trevor Whitman, which I think is a good move. Women's atomweight would be more likely, yeah. You have girls like Alicia Zapatella from Invicta who are marketable in my opinion. She's tiny and she's cute and she's a good fighter, and she's the Invicta atomweight champion right now. Third round and seemingly not much going on. Takedown for Mighty Mouse, but that's about it. No first round knockout like in their last fight. Johnson scores with a left hook. Halfway through round number 3. Do I have Zapatella? Well, she's in Invicta right now, but I moved her into the strawweight division because I actually disbanded the atomweight division in Invicta because I feel like just having featherweight through straw. Benavidez moving in for the kill. Oh no! Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliotta has called a stop to the contest at 4 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Joseph, I'm not saying that nickname because that's stupid, Benavidez. Joseph is on PEDs. Wow. So Joseph Benavidez still your flyweight champion. DJ to bantamweight, he's too small. He's too small. 5'3". This is his division and he just lost again. Wow. A fantastic fight. You love to see it. Joseph Benavidez still your flyweight champion. And boy, oh boy. The main events of the evening for the heavyweights championship of the world. Jones versus Ngannou. Jones a slight favorite. Of course, Ngannou coming off wins over Derek Lewis and then beating Cormier for the heavyweight title. Basically retiring Cormier. Talking about PEDs. And Jon Jones, his only fight in this save has been his defense against Jan Blachowicz. Originally, this was supposed to be another defense against Dominic Reyes, but Dominic Reyes had to pull out due to injury. Thus, this championship fight happening. Who do you guys have? Got, I don't know, on board says Ngannou. Gluttony says Jones. RBM wants the Super Fight Championship back. I don't know about one-night tournaments, but maybe like some kind of Grand Prix, but the UFC would never do that in real life. 3 shots to the body. Jones by decision. Whew! Let's go. For the heavyweight championship of the world, Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou. Let's go. Steve Mazzagatti. Uh-oh. Yeah, Jon Jones came in a good 23 pounds lighter than Ngannou. Jones is trying to get Ngannou into the Muay Thai clinch. Knee to the ribs already. Oh, boy. Ugh, I forgot Ngannou does not know how to wrestle. This is going to be interesting. Halfway through the first round. Oh, boy. Oh, no. That's the thing. Ngannou hits one overhand right. Just gadouches Jones like he did to Rosenstrike. Great right hook for Jones. Jones with a counter left. To unleash, 2-punch combo. Jones hit no power at all. Big right hand. Ngannou looking confident. And that's round number 1. And Ngannou apparently took the round. Oh boy. Jones needs to get... Uh-oh. Jones going for a takedown. Drives Ngannou up against the cage. Jones gets the takedown. Oh no. Jones tries to lock Ngannou into a choke. Can't get it. Guillotine choke. Ngannou not tapping. Oh, Jones might have gassed himself trying to go for a guillotine. Ngannou tries to ensnare an arm. Jones blocks it. Ngannou trying to go for something from the bottom. Jones wins round number 2. That's the thing. Jones is going to want to wrestle here, you think? Because he's not going to knock out Ngannou. Anything stand-up is going to be, doomsday for Jones, essentially. Jones trying to get free to the knee to the stomach of Ngannou. Jones starting to... Oh, both are going to start to slow down here in round number 3. Jones able to grab Ngannou. Up against the cage. Ngannou's looking really tired. Tries to take Ngannou down. He gets it. Oh, no. Pressing him up against the cage. So Jones kind of just peppering him with shots. Gets full mount. Armbar from mount. Oh! Wow. Okay, so timeout. Look at that. The armbar was fully applied, but 11 seconds left to go in the round, and Ngannou didn't tap out. Jones has been this close. Yeah, saved by the bell. Exactly. He's been this close to winning on 2 occasions. 10-9 for Jones. Round number 4. Ngannou has huge swelling on his side. Jones is winning this fight right now. But all it takes is one punch from Francis. Nothing significant lands. Hits Jones with a straight right. Ngannou with a left cross. Ngannou is super tired. Another takedown attempt. He gets it. Oh, no. Another takedown for Jones. 2.5 minutes left to go. 2 minutes to control and do something. Americana attempts. Ngannou fights it off. Armbar attempts. Ngannou blocks it. Knee strike to the ribs. A minute left to go in round number 4. Jones still in control. Uh-oh. Big elbows. Again. Look at that. Look, right at the end of the round. Jones starts hammering down elbows. And Ngannou nearly lost. But the round ends. Oh, boy. Round number 5. Looks like it's 3-1 to Jones. Hoo boy. Yeah, WMMA 5 was like kind of subtitled as the last round. So I don't think they're going to make another one, sadly. If they did, it'd be amazing. But I don't think that's what they're, going to be doing at this point. Sucks, but I mean, the game's okay as it is. I don't really know. I can't even think about improvements that really could be made. Probably just tiny little things, Anyways, round number 5, Jones up 3-1. I mean, Francis lands a knockout. Oh, that's all he needs, just one good punch. If Ngannou wins this fight, I'm going to flight some tables. Hoo boy. Last round for the heavyweight championship of the world. Ngannou into the clinch. Ngannou pinned to the cage. Going for a take. He gets it. Look at that. Now 4 minutes to control him. Rear naked choke. Oh. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 37 seconds of round number 5, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones. Wow. Champ is right. Reyes is fucked. I mean, the thing is, Reyes is still #1 contender for the light heavyweight championship. And Jones is going to defend both titles. He's not going to just relinquish the light heavyweight title. 30th pro fight becomes champ. Yeah, that's a good point. And listen, Jon Jones has never lost. That loss on his record does not really exist. It's because he was smashing in, what was his name? He was smashing in Matt Hamill so bad. He got a little excited. 12-6 elbow. Got DQ'd. Matt Hamill says otherwise. Oh no, don't even say that, Fordovsky. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't need a failed drug test. Please don't let Jones. I mean, he tested positive, or he didn't. Don't say tested positive. He did not test positive back for the Blachowicz fight. All right. Holding the UFC heavyweight title aloft, he celebrates being the new champion and warns that he is intending to have a very long reign. No, don't test positive. Don't wish evil on that. Jon Jones. Oh, let's go! You see that number? We made the switch from ESPN Plus to Dish Network. Look at that. I don't know if it was the fact that it was Jones versus NGANNOU or if it was Dish Network. Look at that amount of money we made off the pay-per-view. Attendance of 18K in Nevada. A huge gate of almost 5 million. $28 million in pay-per-view revenue. Probably, well, no, because I think we renegotiated with Jones. If we didn't, then he's probably getting a good chunk of change. But the thing is, nearly $30 million in pay-per-view money. $30 million divided by 60. That's almost that's like at least 4 million buys. That would have made this the most bought UFC pay-per-view in history. Yes, it was probably Dish. ESPN Plus was not a good provider to be going with. I love that. Yes, I'm already low-level international. Yeah, that ESPN Plus deal was just stupid. I mean, it's not stupid as far as like business, but like for making revenue. All right. Popularity increases all around. Now let's see. Benavidez versus Johnson. Fantastic fight. Lee versus Carmouche. I'm going to give Andrea Lee a performance bonus because she didn't get fight of the night, but she had a fantastic fight. And now let's see. One more performance bonus. Any first round Theodorou? Yeah. Elias Theodorou, 55 seconds, TKO. Now we're going to have some big boy decisions to make right now. And look at that. Jon Jones gets $2 million. Next highest paid guy is Joseph Benavidez with $197,000. Yeah, I wanted it to be like as realistic as possible, but the thing was we were making zero money. So now being with Dish Network, it's a lot better. We're able to make a lot more money. Everything's kosher. Profit of $29 million. You gotta love it. Now we're getting closer to, you know, doing the UFC network and whatnot. Love that. I don't need to see all of that. Those are just my shortlisted fighters. So how about that, guys? A great pay-per-view. We have a new heavyweight champion in Jon Jones. Joseph Benavidez, still your flyweight champion. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I wanted to keep it as realistic as possible by sticking with ESPN, which is why I waited till at least the end of 2020 to like sign a new deal. But yeah, that was definitely keeping me down. And I thought eventually maybe it was the fact that if once I get to high level international, I'll be able to draw more. No, it was just I wasn't able to make a lot of money because I had a shitty pay-per-view provider. No, Julian, he's going to fight for the real title. Reyes is next in line for the light heavyweight championship. The only thing now is what's going to happen with the heavyweight championship. Because if you remember, Blades was lined up for NGANNOU. And Blades and NGANNOU have met already twice. And NGANNOU won twice. But now, this is going to sound really crappy. But Blades might be happy that Jones won. Because I think that Blades, he's not going to be a problem for Jones. But it's a good matchup because they're both kind of wrestlers. The stand-up game might actually favor Jones in that. So yeah, Blades versus Jones is what's going to happen for the heavyweight championship down the line. You know, this was Ngannou's first defense. He lost. And Ngannou is still super popular. He'll get an ABC main event of some sort, you know. He gets a couple wins. He'll be in the title hunt once again. But Blades is next for the heavyweight championship. But the thing is, Blades is scheduled to fight already. So, we're going to do Reyes-Jones for the light heavyweight championship next. Then, if Blades wins his next fight, then he can fight for the heavyweight title. So it's a little bit of a log jam at heavyweight, but the thing is not really because we already have our contender. Yeah, Fordovsky, I get what you're saying. Sometimes when I do cards, like Rede Globo, which is like the South American broadcaster, they get pissed. Like the Dawodu versus Duho Choi fight card, they were pissed. And then the Esparza versus Suarez fight card, they were also pissed. It's tough. All right. Jones wins the heavyweight title of the world. Now, let's go to cut from roster and see who we want to get rid of. DC was about to jump the guard railing. Yeah, ask DC to come back out of retirement. He says yes. No, sir. All right, Alexa Chuck. Ooh, let's go to the rankings actually. Let's update the rankings and then we'll go to cut from roster. So our new heavyweight champion is not technically in the rankings here, but it is Jon Jones. It says Junior Dos Santos is the number one contender after beating Gane, but he's lost to Blades recently. Blades is currently scheduled to fight Stipe in March. And I mean, Stipe versus Jones would be a very interesting fight too. Dos Santos versus Ngannou has already happened. I don't know. A lot of things can happen here in the heavyweight division. How long is Ngannou out for? Ooh, Ngannou's out for 4 months. Dos Santos back in 6 days. I mean, if we want to keep Dos Santos busy, we might have him fight like Tuivasa or Stefan Struve or Volkov. Has he fought Volkov before? No, he hasn't. But is Volkov, I think he's coming off a loss, right? Yeah, to Curtis Blades. I don't know. I'm thinking Tuivasa or Struve. Because you don't want to reward Volkov after losing, you know. Ooh. We can do the trilogy with Kane. He's back in 27 days. That could be potentially very interesting. Light heavyweight, Jon Cutelaba moves up to 15. Alexa Chuck moves down to 24. Anders up to 18. Middleweight, Theodoru up to 14. Shabazian still ranked at 22. And what do you guys think? Should we keep Shabazian or no? 3 straight losses. Terrible momentum. He's only out for about a month. Are you talking about Dos Santos and Velasquez? Oh, yeah. You're right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that has been finished. Yeah. Probably not a good idea to do that then. So, yeah. Dos Santos versus Tuivasa or Struve, more than likely. Theodora moves up to 14. People are saying keep him. Yeah. I think I'll keep him. Try to give him an easy fight or something, you know? Or at least something even. Theodore up to 14. Welterweight, there's no movements. Lightweight, Fajeda moves up to 13. James Vick down to 24. He's still ranked. High-level regional. 6-fight losing streak. What are we going to do with James Vick, guys? He's still ranked. Nothing going on, really. Mighty Mouse to number 4. So now next for Benavidez is Husier da Silva. And that's already decided. Husier da Silva is the next. Husier da Silva is the next challenger for the flyweight champion. And then we have to make that Spencer Anderson fight. That's the championship for that tournament we've got going. Vic's got to go. Yeah. Renault won and then retired. Somehow, Holly Holm still number 4. I mean, if Aldana beats McMahon, that's probably the next fight to make. When is that fight? That's in February. Women's flyweight, Jessica Eye moves up to 4. Andrea Lee at number 2. Maybe Lee versus Eye. Carmouche down to 6. I'm going to keep Carmouche. Van Zant moves down some. Dern moves up to 12. And at strawweight, Andrade moves up to 8. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and check our emails, and then we'll go ahead and sign off and do the booking stream next. Oh, actually, no. Let's take care of what we have to take care of. Cut from roster. Van Zant keeping her. Alvey keeping her. Alexa Chuck, 4-fight losing streak. Even though he's ranked, mid-level regional, going to go ahead and cut him. Kape, fine. Everyone say goodbye to James Vick. Dustin Ortiz, 3-fight losing streak, but he's ranked. Alexa Grasso, same thing. 3-fight losing streak, but she's ranked, and she's a woman fighter. We're good there. Check the news here. Maxim Divnich cutting NGANNOU. Yeah, right. This guy usually ends up being pretty good out of Russia. Marion Renault, I wonder if we can talk her out of retirement. Nope. All right. Renault's going to stay retired. So now the bantamweight division is a little messed up. It is what it is. Doesn't look like anything really exciting. Benavidez needs to be renewed. Gabrielle Holloway, Invicta fighter. Give her an Invicta contract. Deanna Belbita, Invicta contract. Will I play my Pride saves? Probably a little bit later. I'm going to do the booking stream, and then maybe if I have time, I'll go through a little bit of Pride. It's been a while since I played that save. Yeah, I do kind of miss that. Miss that save. Investing in the women's fighters, very useful, so that way they can get a little more popular down in Invicta. Mackenzie Dern, mid-level national, love to see that. 3-fight winning streak. Give her a big old contract. James Vick, we don't need to renew him. Alexa Grasso. Danny Roberts, definitely want him back. Sky Sports box office needs to be renewed. All right, media, Sky Sports box office. Alrighty. So that is going to do it for this episode. That was UFC 258 Jones versus Ngannou. New heavyweight champion in Jon Jones. The flyweight champion still Joseph Benavidez after beating Mighty Mouse. I'm AZPlayer21. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Be sure to check out my Twitch channel, AZPlayer21. You can always be sure to follow me on there. Follow me on Twitter, yada, yada, yada. I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you. The next time that I see you guys will either be for the booking stream or for UFC on ESPN. Joanna versus JON live from China. Main event, Joanna Jędrzejczyk taking on Xiaonan Yan. All right. And as for everyone on the stream, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing the booking stream. AZPlayer21 signing off. Have a good rest of your day.